Welcome back to Healthy Atheist. Here we go again. We're in November. It's Saturday a.m. I've cleaned my bathroom, loaded and ran the dishwasher, and now I am dressed to go run outside. I'm just waiting for it to warm up a bit. This may be the last nice day I can utilize this nice weather and run outside. Nat's out frosting her cake. When she leaves for her shower, I'll probably dust and junk. She's having her family in for lunch tomorrow. Thankfully, I'm helping out at Love Church. I'm not going to look at that house. It's just a little weird, queered, one might say. Tonight, I'll probably go over to Beth and Mike's. Turns out they want to set Suzanne up with Mosier. Of course they do. Why do I always compete with Suzanne? It's so annoying. I guess I'm just not meant to marry. I mean, really, the minute she gets home is the same minute she essentially moves in on one of my potential crushes. Yeah, Suzanne had crushes on everybody. She finally found her man. How old is she? 37? Anyway. Admittedly, though, I never technically had a crush. He just crossed my mind, like everybody else. But it is true. This is always how it plays out. Oh well, it's not her fault nobody's interested in me. Ugh, where did this country music come from? Very annoyingly frustrating. I don't like country music. I'm not a fan. I am talking to a lady right now. She's really cute. So we'll see what happens there. She's up in Michigan. Anyway, November 19th. I think I basically aced that test today. Man, that professor really dumps things down for, and if his students do bad on tests. Oh well, good for me. Anyway, 2 Kings 12 and 13 footnotes. When we are not sure if we've gone far enough in correcting our actions, we can ask, does the Bible expressly prohibit this action? Does this action take me away from loving, worshiping, or serving God? Yes or no? Or yes and no. Does it make me its slave? Probably. Is it bringing out the best in me, consistent with God's purpose? Probably not. Does it benefit other believers? Who knows, but probably not. When Joash turned away from God, his life began to unravel. It's not enough to say no to sin. We must also say yes to a life of commitment to God. An occasional call for help isn't a substitute for a daily life of trust in God. Receiving the full benefits of God's plan for our lives requires us to receive and obey God's commands fully. If we don't follow God's complete instructions, we shouldn't be surprised that His full benefits and blessings aren't present. So there you go. Today I woke up early and exercised, then went to the Smiths, took Rachel to piano, got my oil change, took that test, went to class early to finish up some crap. I didn't have time yesterday. Can you believe it? Anyhow, the fire alarm went off, so I took off and hit the grocery and CVS for more alcohol. Come home, ate. Now I'm going to class early again to finish up and hopefully finish my other project. Then jet and get started on tomorrow's project. All the while hoping viewers will text me and come over and Nat won't be here. Here's to hoping. November 24th. I've been staying over at Amy's doghouse, thankfully, because Chris has spent the whole entire weekend here. Ugh. Along with his 2 stupid dogs. I hate barking dogs. No offense, dog lovers. So I have class today. Hopefully I'll be able to turn in all my crap and call it a day after my second class. Then head to Bluffton to exercise and clean. I don't want to, but Mom called and asked me to, so I guess I will. And maybe tomorrow I'll squeeze Decatur in, or even Saturday? We'll see. My upper back is jacked up. I slept on it wrong, I guess.
I miss my sweet Shay, Noah, and Kaylin. I kind of wish Amy was a guy. No, I wish it was gay. I kind of wish Nate Norris liked me. I kind of wish somebody would ask me out. I wish that somebody would be my future husband. Or do I? Question mark. AARP commercial says help. I say help. What? November 29th. It's Sunday. I didn't go to church. Oh, heathen. I didn't go to lunch, and I didn't go to Thanksgiving. I still say big whoop, but anyway, I simply snapped today. Stupid Sarah says I'm always on edge and grumpy. Stupid creep hind end, Sarah. And Sue's, oh well, sorry, they're so much better than me, so much farther along in their Christian walks. Anyway, Beck said something that clicked. She said God can choose not to know. Would you want to watch a movie you already knew the ending to? Oh, that's the time when I was questioning, how do you have free will if God already knows what you're going to choose? And then this is her reasoning. Well, how do you want to watch? So God can choose not to know. Okay. And he wouldn't want to, and if he knows everywhere. So yeah, would you want to watch a movie you already knew the ending to? Yeah, I've watched movies more than once. Especially The Edge of Tomorrow. That was a good movie, folks. Anyway, it was finally an answer to my question that you can't surprise God. He knows everything I'll choose, so it won't matter what I choose. I suppose it does matter, and if I choose this slippery slope, sexuality, I'm all the more damned for it. All in all, it was a no good, rotten day. This whole frickin' week was no good and rotten. I hate my lot in life. I hate that I don't like being at Natalie's and I don't like being at Mom's. Maybe I should just suck it up and stay at Nat's and exercise and crap. Screw this back and forth business. It's no good for me. No good for anybody. Apparently, I can't fake my way through this life anymore. But I thought I was doing so well, and one slip up and instantly I'm always grumpy. Arg. I guess I need to rebuke the devil in more areas than one. Oh my dang. I just can't win. I'm screwed. Says that. December 1st. Well, my word, it is December. Natalie Doofus spent the night, thus throwing a giant wrench in my plan to exercise here. I did not like that guy. Now I have to get to Gates, I suppose. Maybe I'll do the elliptical instead of the treadmill. This weekend is Amy's birthday, and we're having people up to the Smith's Lake House. It should be fun. I'm not sure if I'll go up Friday or if I'll go to Becca's dance party. We'll see. Becca Marr. I'm going to her birthday party this Friday, and that'll be fun. Anyway, maybe if there's pictures, I'll put them in. Anyway, where am I? I think I'm going to go eat lunch with Amy at her school on Friday, so she was super excited at the mention of it. I can't help but feel a bit like a couple. We kind of, yeah. She would clean pools, locally, and I went with her a couple times. And one time there was this guy, a man there, and he's like, she introduced me as, this is my friend Rachel, and the guy was like, oh yeah, I know people who have friends like that, or something, like he thought we were lesbians. We were being lesbian together. Anyway. It's majorly queered, and I'm going to hell for it one way or another. 2 Kings footnote, sin in our lives is serious, but it is even more serious to encourage others to disobey God. We are responsible for the way we influence others. Beware of double sins! Double sins? Wow. Ones that not only hurt us, but also hurt others by encouraging them to sin. Oh my dang. I say if I'd only meet a good guy, then all would be well. Turns out last Tuesday's classes were canceled, so the fact that I skipped them worked out perfectly. I like when junk like that happens, but it makes me wonder why on earth God is looking out for me. Why on earth? I'm meeting Ashley Hazel for coffee. Oh, she's fun. She's a fun girl. Yeah, she's a funny girl, and apparently she loves to meet for coffee. But anyway, I need to get moving. Oh. December 4th. Yeah, I had lunch with Amy at her school. I didn't really want to. It was kind of weird, but oh well. No, I probably won't do it again. Chris, Brooklyn, and the 2 stupid dogs are here. I'm debating on whether to go home, go to Gates, etc., etc. If I go home, I should start on my paper and exercise. If I go to Gates, I'll come back here and accomplish nothing. I think I'll cruise to Bluffton. Just heard Natalie ask Brooklyn if she wanted to go bye-bye, thus leaving the lump here. Well, let me pack some crap and hightail it out of here. I just don't feel like doing anything right now, but I suppose I need to waste more gas. Well, I didn't go. I took a nap instead. I'll probably head over to Jarvis's, even though I don't really want to do that. Curse Chris and his stupidness. Amy thinks she's found another house, but we'll see. Not sure if that's the best idea for me, but what can I do? I've decided I can't off myself, because that'll be quitting the race, and my name would be erased.
Erased from the book of life. Hallelujah.
I should definitely exercise in the morning. I've become a bit lackadaisical with my exercise. Too much interruption. Next week, Chris will be here, so I think I'll move home till Thursday, because frankly, I don't want to mess with him and his dumb dogs. Next week is the last week of classes, then finals. Then I'll probably spend most of my time in Bluffton or with Amy. December 5th. 2 Kings 17 footnotes.
It's not safe to create your own religion. What? Because people who do tend to live selfishly, and that is a sin. It'll be a triple sin if you keep it up. And to live for yourself brings serious consequences from God. Sometimes it's difficult and painful to follow God, but consider the alternative. Yeah, being free from worrying about what this stupid God thinks of you and is always, sin, sin, Oh. Sometimes you can live for God or die for yourself. Determined to be God's person and do what he says regardless of the cost. What God thinks of you is infinitely more important than what those around you think. Secret sins are the ones we don't want others to know about because they're embarrassing or incriminating. Sins done in private aren't secrets to God. And secret defiance of him is just as damaging as open rebellion. Christians, it's a living nightmare. Oh my word, no wonder everyone's so depressed. They're feeling condemned. Good heavens. Many people claim to believe in God while refusing to give up attitudes and actions that God denounces. God can't be added to the values we already have. He must come first, and his word must shape all our actions and attitudes. This all speaks to the secret in my life, the giant tear-me-up-inside secret. The one in which I know is wrong, but yet continue to consider it because it seems I have no other option. I was hanging out with Jarvis and Amy last night, and they always make fun of me because I close my eyes when a conversation doesn't involve me. Mind you, I'm not necessarily sleeping, but they think I am for some reason, even though I tell them I'm not. Well, Amy was talking, and I closed my eyes for a split second, and she was about to comment when I opened them back up. They were joking about it again, and I said, well, I didn't know you were talking to me. I thought you were just talking. What? That has to be the dumbest statement I've ever said, but it cracks me up. What I actually meant was thinking. I thought you were just thinking out loud, but still. Anyway, crazy annoying Tom came to town right on schedule. The smelly son of a bitch always cramps my style.
Whoa, gross. I need to put some stuff together for Crooked, then maybe go Renegades. December 6th. Well, the lake was somewhat of a success. It was a small crowd, just me, Amy, and the boys. Andre slept between me and Amy in the king bed. Oh, scandalous! I guess to the outside viewer that'd be kind of risque, but I didn't feel weird about it, which is weird in itself. Amy put an offer on a house. Lord, I pray she isn't jumping in over her head, and that you do have a job for her next year. I was telling my dad about the whole Natalie and Chris thing, and he was like, why don't you move out of there? And I was all, I probably will. But the reality is I'm not sure. But the reality is I'm not sure I like this new situation. Why in the world can't I just meet Mr. Right and settle somewhere? What in the heck am I to do? I also suppose this whole Chris thing is good enough excuse to move out as any. December 8th. It's official. Amy bought the house. I'll probably move in come February. Oh my lord. It is even further north, and with my school schedule, sheesh. I wrote my paper last evening. I wonder what kind of grade I'm going to get. It was only 4 pages. The professor herself was one of my sources. Yeah. I mean, I thought it was an entertaining paper, even though it didn't meet all the criteria, but that's what I set out to do, write an entertaining paper. I'm going to attempt to wake up early and do plyo for once in my life. I just did cardio X today, ran out of time, was late for class, but it didn't matter because they were doing evaluations. I ate okay today. They were giving out free pizza, but Dan, for some reason, bought me a slush, so I drank it because I felt bad. Oh yeah, I remember that he came in with a giant Slurpee slush. I couldn't be that girl. Anyway, I'm tired. I can't believe I'm moving in with Amy. I'm way more excited about this than I was with Natalie, even though it's super inconvenient. Super duper inconvenient. December 9th. Man, it's frickin' windy outside. Tomorrow it's supposed to be stupid cold. I went on an eating frenzy today, just a frenzy, not quite a binge. I had planned on exercising, but didn't, however. However, it's only 6:30, so I might yet, or maybe I'll just wait till the morning. I think I'll stay over at Amy's tomorrow night, then hit Gates on Friday. I don't know what my problem is, but I haven't been on track with exercise. I think once I move in with Amy and adapt to my new schedule, I'll be forced to spend less time at Mom's because I have class every day. And if I buy a treadmill, that'll be a good thing. Or I'll just hit Gates, but I think Amy's counting on me to buy one. I don't know how much I weigh, but I'm assuming around 145. Possibly by the time I turn 32, I'll be below 140. It'll be nice not to have to live in 2 different houses. I feel like being with Amy. Yeah, duh. Well, I flippin' better. The girl bought a house for Pitt's sake. I bought a lottery ticket, and my word, it was super inconvenient, but hopefully it's a winner. It wasn't a winner. And my life will once again change. I did not expect Amy to find and buy a house so quickly and not have to move. But it's a good thing, right? My lord, this all started about a month ago with my stupid text asking her if we're ever going to move out. It's all good, I hope. December 13th. Oh, here we go. I decided to get off ice cream, but I've just eaten ice cream cheese bars. No, I've just eaten cream cheese bars, son of a bitch. I've decided that I'd only eat M&Ms, but that flew out the window with the cheesecake bars. Anyway, I exercised this morning. I'm not going to Decatur tomorrow because I have a final at 1 and want to study and exercise without having to wake up so frickin' early. I shouldn't have eaten those German cheesecake bars. I think I'll wake up and do the square, eat breakfast, study a bit, do the legs DVD, get ready, go take my final, go to Target, possibly Kirkland's, at the mall, then to Natalie's, and hopefully, beyond hope, that the dork has moved out. Renegades on Tuesday, take more finals, and come back to Mom's. I need to get my food and exercising gear so I can get new jeans, etc. But I just can't bring myself to spend money. I'm hoping IPFW will pay out this semester. And guess who I saw at church last night? Good old Mark Worrell! Mark Worrell has returned to the scene. Oh, you guys remember how obsessed I was with him? So obsessed. He was with a girl, so I had completely forgotten about him, and I just had to be reminded, didn't I, son of a bitch? I wasn't sure if it was him, so I said a prayer that God would bring him closer to me so I could get a better look. And sure enough, they walked by a few rows behind us afterward. Wow, you guys see, God does answer prayers. Very important prayers like this. I mean, even the stupidest prayer He'll answer. God is so good. It's no big deal. He has a girlfriend, and I don't have enough faith that we're meant to be to meddle with all that. Besides, I can't abandon Amy. I don't know why that all had to be rubbed back into my stupid face and had to be reminded about how stupid I am. Oh well, I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. And it's 8:39. December 14th. 2 Kings 19 footnotes. And if only a glimmer of faith remains in our hearts, God can use it to resolve blazing faith in that believer. And if you feel that only a spark of faith remains in you, ask God to use it to rekindle a blazing fire of commitment to Him. Do it to it. I was at Hobby Lobby and finally got some frames for my giant posters. They were half price. Oh, that's a miracle. Hopefully Amy will like them and we can use them to decorate. Otherwise, I'll just put them in my room. I got Jake a little drawing stuff. I'll probably get Zach a shirt and Lauren something. But that's about all. Next Tuesday, I may sneak over to Bex and clean for her. I'm going to make the Smiths some cookies and get them a gift card. Oh, Christmas joy. December 15th. 2 finals down, 2 to go. Last night I went over to Amy's and had supper. We drank wine. Then she had the brilliant idea to get in the hot tub. So we did. And I had cocoa with cola. Oh, cola in quotes. I think I meant alcohol. I stayed over and slept in a bed full of fur. I hate fur and I hate barking dogs. Did you guys know I don't like dogs too much? I'm a dog tolerator. Anyway, I hope and pray that stupid dogs won't live with us. I went to Target to kill time because Doofus is still here, and I bought Zach a shirt, me some gloves, socks, etc. I think I'll go back and buy some tops. I also need new jeans, but I think after my final tonight, I'll go over to Summers and have her teach me the rest of that song. Then I'll either head back here or to Bluffton. Probably come back here. Let's ram-a-row. I didn't exercise today, but I'm sore from yesterday. I need to study for my final. I also need to start my final project. Oh, bloody hell, I'm hungry. December 22nd. Finally, we're getting through December. So I ended up with A's in all my classes, which is nothing to be too proud of since my classes were so flippin' easy. I forgot my billfold at Mom's yesterday, and wouldn't you know it, I got pulled over. It was then when I realized my blunder. Fortunately, for some reason, the cop left me off with just a warning. Thank the Lord! There goes God again, helping out in the stupidest of ways. Anyway, I had some Christmas shopping to finish up, and thankfully Amy spotted me some dough. Then I realized I could write checks. I went up to clean in Angola today and stopped by the winery. I was going to get Amy a bottle of Lake's Red and one for the grab. Then the clerk reminded me of the mango, and then I remembered that that's her favorite. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I believe it was the clerk that reminded you of the mango. P.S. The Holy Spirit also prompted Summer to ask me if I was getting Natalie anything, and honestly, I had never even thought about it. Oh, brother. It didn't even occur to me. So I brought her a scarf-glove combo and gave her 3 cookies with a miniature post-it note. Hopefully she likes it. Now back to Amy's gift and the fact that I forgot my money, license, etc. Thankfully, I was able to pay for the wine with a check. Now I just had to get her a gift card to Target. I changed my mind and decided to go to Hobby Lobby and almost wasn't able to buy it. The assistant manager was over there and she was all, "We can't accept it without a license." I had my IPFW card, but that wasn't going to cut it. So I looked at her and asked, "Are you sure? I promise this check is good." She said something and I said, "Yes, no, yes." And thankfully she caved. Oh, yay. Should I remember that? Kind of, I don't know. It was quite the rigmarole. Now I'm all done with it, and I feel fairly confident I made right choices thanks to God. Now I'm in the process of deciding if I want to go run at Gates, probably not, go home, or stick around and go to Threefold. In a perfect world, I would go to Gates and Threefold, then head to Decatur tomorrow. But I'm feeling lazy and wishing I didn't have to drive to Bluffton, but at the same time wanting to. Lita and Danny are coming to our Christmas, so I definitely need to clean. I also need to finish making cookies and cream cheese bars. Maybe I'll just cruise. Threefold made the dumb decision to have stuff to read beforehand. Absolutely dumb. Do they want it to fail and fall off the wayside? All right, I'm stopping here. That's the end of December of 2009. We're going to start in January next time. So, like and subscribe if that's something you want to do. If not, do it anyway. All right, bye.